Away from conversations on Nigeria's road infrastructure, let's go into politics now. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, is witnessing renewed tensions between the camps of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom, former Governor of Rivers State. The two factions are re-strategizing ahead of the rescheduled National Executive Committee meeting scheduled for the 28th of November. The NEC meeting's postponement benefits, reportedly, the Wike camp, which allows the Acting National Chairman, Umar Damagum, to remain in office. However, the Vanguard newspapers reports that the Atiku camp is seeking to replace Damagum with a candidate from North Central following Dr. Iyorchia Ayu's resignation.
A federal high court in Abuja has restrained the NEC and Board of Trustees from removing Damagum, prompting the Atiku camp to assemble a team of lawyers to appeal the decision. The North Central Zone is adamant about producing Ayu's replacement. Joining us this morning is Demola Olarinwaju, the Special Assistant in Digital Media and Strategy to His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Olive. Good morning, Osaroje. It's my pleasure to be with you this morning.
All right, let's get into it. What is going on regarding, the removal or the replacement, I would say, of Iyorchia Ayu ever since, that office was quote unquote vacant? What is exactly happening?
I mean, that's the problem that, a lot of PDP members have with what is going on. The constitution of the party is very clear that when the national chairman, which is usually zoned, if that chairman is removed, then that chairman's zone also has the privilege of appointing his replacement. In this situation, that has not happened, and party members are eager to see that happen. For me and for many of us who are PDP members, it's not a matter of His Excellency Atiku Abubakar versus Nyesom. I think, there are definitely two tendencies within the PDP. One is the people-led movement that is in alignment with what the majority of Nigerians want, that the People's Democratic Party should rise up to its role as the largest opposition party in Nigeria. And any hindrance to that, is a problem. It is, a fact, an open fact, that His Excellency Atiku Abubakar is on that side, is on the side of PDP becoming a viable opposition. However, within the party, you have people who also believe that, the PDP should simply become an appendage of the All Progressive Congress. One of them is the person you just mentioned, Nyesom, who is a former governor on the PDP platform, a former presidential aspirant on the platform, a former local government chairman, a former minister on the platform, now holding office within the APC administration. That is clearly a contradiction. So it's not just about the personalities involved, it is the ideals involved. Should PDP be an opposition party, or should it be an appendage of the APC? So in that context, it's not just about Atiku camp or Wike camp. It's not about those camps at all. When the time for politics comes, everyone knows that Atiku Abubakar knows how to play his politics within the PDP. However, the issue presently is one that PDP members are grappling with, which is, should PDP be an opposition party in line with the wishes and aspirations of Nigerians and its members, or should it be an appendage of the APC? I think that's where the problem is presently, Olive.
Well, I mean, we'll probably come back to the conversation on its job so far as an opposition party. But as it stands, let's focus on the current, crisis. Will Atiku Abubakar still want to replace or want to see a replacement of Umar Damagum, or is it okay that he stays further? And is Nyesom the one fully behind imposing, in quote, Umar Damagum on the PDP?
Osaroje, I think, the Atiku Abubakar is on the side of constitutionality, okay? And the constitution of the PDP is very clear. What party members themselves are saying, and it's not about what Atiku wants or what any governor or anyone wants. PDP is a party of rule of law. It's a party that is bound by the constitution, and the constitution of the PDP is very clear. In fact, the North Central Zone has been at the forefront of the agitation, saying that, look, we simply have to complete the tenure of Senator Iyorchia Ayu. Aliyu Damagum is there, Ambassador Aliyu Damagum is there as an acting chairman. He has been acting for over a year now. at some point, he would have to vacate that office as soon as the North Central Zone is ready. So it's simply a matter of constitutionality. The NEC meeting where his replacement should be approved, which is the second highest decision-making organ of the body, in the absence of the National Convention, where the former national chairman was chosen. The NEC meeting was supposed to hold. Stakeholders have waded in and said, let's hold on, let's have the Ondo State election first of all, and after that election there will be a convening of a meeting where that position will be upheld and will be ratified. I think before then that court order will be vacated. Like I said, it's basically a matter of two strings of thoughts. Those who want PDP to become the opposition, led by Atiku Abubakar, who firmly believes that the role of PDP as an opposition should be upheld. That has not been able to happen so far.
I mean, sorry, Damola. Apologies,
yes,
but those who want the PDP to become opposition, those who do not want it, is it these persons that have stopped the PDP from being opposition in the last couple of years?
Of course, I mean, you cannot have a party, a political party, functioning as an opposition party when a high-profile member like Governor Nyesom, former Governor Nyesom, is, serving in the administration of the PDP. There must be discipline within the party ranks. You cannot have someone, for example, you cannot have, I was invited to come here for a new Central TV program. I can't get here. I know, Saruji and Olive as employees of the New Central. I can't get here and then, we are discussing another television station. That doesn't make sense. That's going to cause problems for the organization you presently belong to. So that is what is going on presently. There are people within the party who believe that the PDP should be held down for the APC to have its free way. And that's what the party has been grappling for over 1 year.
Yeah, but I mean, but here's the problem. Even prior to the Nyesom Wike factor, do you believe that the PDP held itself strongly as an opposition party in Nigeria?
Now, so this is where we have to remember what happened. The PDP itself functioned as the highest point for Nigerians to rally against the victory of APC in 2023. And that is the major task of a political party. If you are talking about opposition in a society, you are talking about the role of the media, the role of civil society, and then, of course, the political party as the pinpoint or the arrowhead. PDP did that. PDP mobilized heavily against the APC, against their victory. And that is the work of the opposition as regards a political party, to be that political force, to be that electoral vehicle. Again, PDP still remains that.
By simply just being...
that we have...
Sorry, I apologize, because what you seem to be describing is just its presence. It's the idea of PDP as an opposition party that people can actually lean towards as an opposition party. Is the PDP you are speaking about now, has it been able to give that to the Nigerian people beyond simply just having the nationwide structure that it has? It's widespread across the country. Because that seems to be what the PDP is leaning towards. That, well, we're the ones who have the structure. We're the ones who have the numbers. We're the ones that are spread across the country.
You cannot find any bigger political force in this country who has been...
And that's the point that I'm making. That's the point that I'm making. That what the PDP continues to claim or lean towards as its opposition right is simply because we're the biggest. We're spread across the country. But
and that's what it should be. That's what it should be. Because look, when we talk about opposition in a society, we are talking about the role of the media. We are talking about the role of investigative journalists putting pressure on the government. We are talking about the role of CSOs. We just had an election in Edo State where, the PDP was rigged out in that election. PDP will definitely say it was rigged out. Nigerians are used to politicians saying that they are rigged out whenever they lose any election. However, you must have the independent parties, which are the media and the civil society, standing up to play their role, highlighting those issues. So where PDP comes in, or where any political party comes in, is as the arrowhead of that electoral force, which PDP has always been. The problem that PDP has had over the past 1 year has been this idea where some members of the party, high-profile members, feel feel that PDP should be an appendage of the APC. Of course, these people will not be happy if PDP criticizes Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president.
Who are these people you speak about?
If PDP is pointing out those lapses. So that is where the problem has been. And it is that internal contradiction that should be reversed. That's
who are these people?
Now, and that's what needs to be worked on. It's just, coincidental that, it's just incidental rather, that Atiku Abubakar falls on the side of those that believe that PDP should be allowed to emerge as a true opposition force, while the likes of Nyesom, Wike, they fall under the ideals of those who believe that the PDP should become, a mere lapdog or an appendage to the APC. And their position is very unfortunate because the Constitution gives them freedom to become members of the APC. I mean, you can leave PDP, it's not a cult. If you don't want to be part of the opposition, then move ahead and join the APC. But what they are doing instead, they want to remain within the party and cause chaos within the party and leaving the rest of us, to grapple with those problems.
And
so I think that's where the problem is.
Is this not enough grounds? Again, I mean, this is a question we've asked for the obtained time. Is this not enough grounds for the PDP to maybe discipline those who it deems as members who are causing chaos within the party and still seeking to make the party an appendage to another party?
I think for me, the biggest indictment of the NWC as led by Ambassador Umar Damagum is that if you ask Nyesom Wike at any point in time, he will say that he got the permission of the PDP chairman, acting chairman, to be a minister under the APC. I mean, such an idea, it defeats the entire issue of party loyalty. It defeats, ideological politics. It defeats every sane standard in politics that we've ever known.
But did he get the approval though?
Sorry?
But did he get the approval?
I mean, nobody knows. Damagum has not come out to deny that. He hasn't come out to deny it. Wike has said it several times. He said that he got the approval of Umar Damagum. And for me, as a party member, not speaking for anyone now, as a party member, that is a breach of political trust. You cannot be a member of a party and then you are writing to the chairman, for approval to go and serve in the party that you are supposed to be opposing. Of course, that is mind-boggling to anyone. So I think it's an indictment. And that's why, many of us as members strongly feel that there should be discipline within the ranks of the party.
So
if anyone wants to join the APC, that person is free to join the APC, but there's no point claiming to be a PDP member, but still vowing and publicly saying that you are going to work for the re-election of the APC government, which all Nigerians are complaining about. I think, that is a huge internal contradiction that must be resolved in the coming weeks.
If all you've mentioned about it being an indictment on the part of the NWC, of the majority of the members of the People's Democratic Party, seeing that there is need for some discipline within the party, if this is the mindset of the majority, until date, nothing has been done to, quote unquote, to discipline the said person or party, or the said persons that are, causing this indictment on the party, is it then safe to say that Nyesom Wike is now bigger than the party?
Well, I don't believe that anyone is bigger than the party. The challenge we have here is that the person who is willing to destroy has less to lose than the person who is willing to defend. All right? Many of us are not interested in seeing PDP dying. These other guys don't care if PDP dies. If PDP dies, then, they have the advantage, okay? They are willing to keep PDP tied up in courts. They are willing to keep PDP, factionalized. It will play into their hands. So what the party is doing is that the party is managing the situation with every political tool at its disposal. The party has set up reconciliation committees. The party has set up disciplinary committees. Again, these are the challenges that we have. Now, there are three organs within the party that are considered very strong. The first is the National Convention, which is the highest decision-making organ of the party, where all members are allowed to come in, or delegates are allowed to come in and make decisions for the party. That's the highest organ. The second highest organ is the NEC, which NEC meeting has been postponed several times. We are looking forward to it again in November. So that's where decisions will be taken, and we believe that a way forward will be formed. Clearly, the third decision-making organ, which is the NWC, has failed in the responsibility of instilling discipline within the ranks of the party, and now we have to go to the NEC. If the NEC is not able to resolve it, we might have to resort to convention. But I do not, believe that anyone is bigger than the political party. I think that, it is simply a display of rascality, a display of nuisance value, if you want, basically for anyone to come out and be actively working against the party and believe that he cannot be disciplined. At a certain point, there will definitely be resolution to the issues, and PDP will.
Is your current, Acting National Chairman, Umar Damagum, one of those that you think is working to stifle the PDP for the APC's growth?
Well, to be fair, I've not had that conversation with him, and I do not have the evidence against that. What I think instead is that Ambassador Damagum has not instilled the kind of discipline that one would have expected. For me as a person, for me as a PDP member, I would expect that discipline will be instilled, number one. Number two is the one I mentioned earlier on, that he has not come out to debunk or deny or confirm what Nyesom has repeatedly said, that he wrote and he got an approval from Acting Chairman Umar Damagum to serve in the Bola Tinubu administration. If he comes out and says that is false, then we know on what side he stands. If he comes out and says, oh yes, that is true, then Nigerians will also know where he stands, and I believe that the PDP will react appropriately. So have not had any conversation with him or have any evidence that he is perhaps working with the APC, but I think that number one, he has failed in terms of discipline within the ranks of the party, and number two, he has not come out to confirm or deny the allegation that Nyesom frequently makes.
All right, Demal Larawanju, these conversations will almost never end, and I hope that you can join us again so we can expand further. I would definitely have loved to ask about, the other big wigs in the party, the former President Goodluck Jonathan, Bukola Saraki, former Senate President, and many others, and what political relevance they still have in the party as of today. But we're out of time. Thank you very much for joining us. We wish you and, of course, the PDP the best in these trying times. We'd love to speak with you again. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much, Asaruje. Thank you very much, Olive.
Thank you very much.